you know what? I've done the interviewing here. Do you have any questions for me since this is your first time in this space?
I'm just blown away by the space, how large it is. But I guess really I'm just curious how long something like this takes to develop and put together.
Well, I will share that for you. So there's a couple good things. Number one, if you work with an app like Arthur, the benefit is they have it's really much a bootstrap system where they give you pre-built rooms, and then it's like a virtual WeWork space where you can populate it. So for example, this room, all the core furniture and lighting and infrastructure was already here. And then what I
Hmm.
did was populate in the special touches for the event. So the workflow would be if you have slides or images or videos, you upload those to the Arthur Cloud, and then you download those and import those in the room when you have your headset on. So if we just do kind of a director's cut here, what you're seeing with some of these slides, I exported these from PowerPoint as PNG files. Okay. And I put, for example, a pin board up here, which is a native Arthur app where you can kind of grab things and pop it right on here. So I put up a little pin board. But if you walk into these spaces, these large number twos and number threes, the 3D assets, these are all items that I, from working in Arthur for about 4 or 5 months, I have a nice array of 3D assets. So I've placed some things in here, but I've just, for example, I'm going to bring up a tool table here, and you have even just a set of core tools that you can bring up. So if you go, oh, I want to put a heart in someplace, you can bring that and place it. So they have a list of nice basic
It's
primitive tools. So if you want to kind of check those out, you can use your
yeah, I was
middle
gonna say
grab finger and try it.
we can see your tools too. That's
Yeah.
really That's
Yeah, you could
interesting.
grab, you go like, hey, I want that POI piece. I'm going to grab that out, and I want to change the color. I can use my clicker and change the color to something else, and have it branded up kind of nice. And so,
Hmm.
they've got a lot of great native tools in here. But then to take things to the next level, you might want to work with, for example, a 3D artist who knows tools like Blender or Unity. And in that case, they can bring in unified 3D models. So what you're seeing for this gallery here, this is actually a unified 3D model of a bunch of these different primitive shapes, but obviously done in a professional tool. And then you drop this in on what they call the zero plane. So that's essentially your landing spot. When you come in this room, they need to define
Mhm.
mathematically where you land. And then, as you've seen from that director's cut where we put the primitive 3D model outside, you can break the rules kind of like Neo in the Matrix as long as you know how to fly, and then you have miles of space. So it's really fun where from a bootstrap within an hour you can have a very functional collaborative space and a lot of great tools. And then if you want to take it to the next level, then you can go to town and build out a custom app. And I will say, as a little plug for Arthur, they have some really great resources within their system. So if you said, we like what you're doing here, but we want our own branded space, the Arthur Group can definitely work with you. And a little subtle plug for GP, we've got nice relationships with them and several consultants that could help facilitate that for any of our customers.
Yeah, and then there are a number of commercial tools out there for the L&D professional who's looking to build something for the first time. So if you're looking to just dip your toes into the pool, um, Adobe Captivate has the ability to build and thread together panoramas and 360
Ah,
degree
yeah.
videos. There's another tool called Scenario VR out there, and so these are kind of low bar tools that allow you to build, kind of these virtual spaces. In terms of building more customized content, as was mentioned earlier, our team works in Unity as a primary build environment. We work with a number of 3D programs such as Blender, as was mentioned, and Maya and 3D Studio Max. So there's a number of tools out there in the market that make developing possible.
And I will say, when I heard the word unity that we have within our team, that type of ability, that got me excited, because that's what the big games, the multi-billion-dollar games are. And if you want to really engage learners nowadays, you almost really need to get to that level of commercial sophistication to get that share of mind. So we're really, in many cases, competing with that whole concept of clickbait and Instagram in our world of learning. And it's kind of fun once you embrace that concept of what can we do to make things more sexy and more appealing. And even if it's something like jumping on top of an X here and adding a little bit of novelty to it, just something where, even if it was just a basic workshop, you set up a little playtime and go, can anyone jump to the top there in the sky there? Let's see if you can get up there and just have a little fun. So just adding a little memory to it, even if it's something like that. I think I can do it. Hello. Boom. That was pretty cool. I see Tom up there and he's coming down.
Oh yeah. Definitely gave me vertigo for a second.
The Performance Matters podcast is brought to you by GP Strategies. Together, we can create a world where business excellence makes possibilities achievable. You can subscribe to the show anywhere you get podcasts, or listen on our website at gpstrategies.com.